Hey guys, how's it going? So before I start today, I just wanted to say a massive thank you for your really positive response to my last video. I had loads of positive comments and it got like over 500 views, which is more than my first video that I uploaded. So I just want to say a massive thank you because it was really astounding. And to have so many people see it and, you know, be inspired by it, as I've been told, is just mind-blowing. I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you so much. So obviously the last month's video was a lot to live up to, and I think this month was very sort of improvised. I wasn't really sure where I was going to go with it, and obviously I was just sat at work one day and I was like trying to think of a title for the video, and you know, I came up with Yay for May because it rhymes and it's, you know, cheesy and weird, because that kind of sums me up. And I just kind of wanted to talk about, you know, everything that happened this month, because it's been a really great month for me and, you know, so much has happened. So I just kind of wanted to share some of my experiences with you. So right at the beginning of the month, as most people would know, the second royal baby was born on the 2nd of May, and Prince William and Kate Middleton named her Charlotte Elizabeth Diana. And I thought it was a really sweet idea where the name came from. Obviously Elizabeth after her great-grandmother and Diana after the baby's grandmother. And I just thought it was a really lovely way of, you know, commemorating two astounding women in history. So the 4th of May was my mum's birthday, and obviously I wouldn't normally mention something like this, but it was the bank holiday weekend at the beginning of May, and I decided to come home from university to surprise her. So we had a really nice day. We went by the river, took a picnic, and like the whole family was together, and I just thought it was really like uniting because, you know, obviously being away most of the time, it's hard to find time to see the family all the time. So to have a day where we could, you know, all spend it together was really special. So then fast forward a week or so and you get the 12th of May, and everyone at my school realised that it had been 4 years since our school prom. So everyone else was really excited and sharing pictures on Instagram and Facebook about, you know, the prom dresses and, you know, arriving in, you know, limos, stretch Hummers, etc. And everyone was kind of really reminiscent, and I was kind of looking through pictures like this really wasn't the best time of my life, because I think I'd only had braces for about 6 months. I was a bit really conscious of those, so I didn't really want to stand in front of cameras smiling and posing for pictures. And then like later on in the evening, my friend really injured her back, so obviously we were quite concerned with her well-being and obviously making sure she was having an okay time. And it's never really been my thing to kind of dress up in suits and, you know, stand posing for pictures. I was really self-conscious about everyone being there as well. Like I didn't really want to sort of let go and just dance like I could at my own friends' parties. It was kind of like with the teachers there and everybody like around, you had to like hold back a little bit. It was a weird night, and the only picture that I could find of me was obviously quite an embarrassing one, so I put it on Instagram to be like, you know, ugh, look how hideous I was, and everyone was just like, oh, that's really cute, and they seemed to find it really like adorable, and I don't know, I really hate that picture. I mean, look. So the 13th was actually my 20th birthday this year, and obviously I was quite depressed about it, I guess, in a way, because it's, you know, the year when you're no longer a teenager and it's kind of, you're finally an adult and you've got to grow up now and, you know, start facing responsibilities. Tom Daley's birthday is like 8 days after mine, and he made a big thing, and it trended on Twitter last year about how he was 20. And so I made that my thing this year, and that's kind of how I went with it. My actual birthday was quite a small celebration because most of my friends were still at uni, and, you know, my family came around in the evening, and obviously that was really nice to spend time with them, but it felt kind of incomplete without everyone else around. And the day after my birthday, the 14th of May, was quite an important day for me as well, because it was something I'd been waiting for quite a while, and it sort of finally gave me closure over my last relationship. It was sort of 10 months after the breakup, and everyone was just like, surely you're over that by now, but I don't know, it took me a long time. It took me almost a year, in fact, to sort of come to terms with it and, like, you know, move on, realise my life could be okay without it. That was kind of the big thing for me. Like, I've never really dealt well with breakups, but this one was a lot easier, knowing that there was some sort of finality to it. I think for me, the easiest way to get over someone is to stop trying to, because the more thought you're putting into it, the more you're actually, you know, keeping the feelings in your head and keeping them in your head. And there obviously comes a time when the possibility of you two being together again just kind of disappears from your head, and you kind of realise that you're not thinking about them anymore and that you can be okay without them. And that was the big thing for me. I think finally realising that I could still be me. I could even be like a better version of myself when they weren't around. So the 17th of May was a day we'd been anticipating for quite a long time. It was the release of Taylor's new music video for Bad Blood. which is her latest single, and I woke up really early on the release date to watch it, and I honestly couldn't fault the video. I absolutely loved it. It's probably one of my favourite that she's ever done, and in the weeks leading up to it we'd had the release of sort of posters for the different characters featured in the music video, which was basically a feature film in the end. And the video featured people such as Ellie Goulding, Zendaya, Jessica Alba, Hayley Williams, Cara Delevingne. I don't know, it was really anticipated. Like, we were all waiting for weeks to see how it was going to turn out. And it premiered at the Billboard Music Awards, and I don't know, it broke the Vivo record for the most viewed video in 24 hours. So it got 20.1 million views in 24 hours, so we were obviously just so proud of her, and, you know, the massive achievement. I think what I like most about the video was that it kind of shows, you know, two people doing really well at what they do, and one of them at one point or another sees an opportunity to sort of get ahead and capitalise on the other person's success, sort of sabotaging them in the process and, you know, eliminating any competition. So a week later, on the 24th, I had a date with a guy, and to say the least, people who know me would obviously know that I go on quite a few dates. Got a reputation as a serial dater kind of thing. We took a walk down by the river and we just, you know, sat on a bench talking for a few hours. Then we went to get some food and had a few drinks by the river. And it was really nice because they actually seemed to try and get to know me, and it was different from kind of similar dates where they kind of just weren't so interested in doing that. 2 days later, on the Tuesday, I got a text from him just saying, you know, what are you doing after work? And it was strange because obviously I wasn't expecting anything from them that soon necessarily, and it's the first day I've been on where the person could actually drive, so it was quite a new thing for me obviously, because I'm normally the one that had been driving around, you know, constantly, and it's always really inconvenient taking public transport like buses and trains, because, you know, you have to wait around for them and you can never just sort of jump in a car and just go. So it was really nice to, you know, be picked up and like chauffeured around. Like, I don't know, it was nice. We went for dinner to Yo Sushi, and it's not probably a place that I would choose myself, but because I'm always one to sort of stick to what I know, but I felt kind of inclined to try new things. So we shared some of the dishes. Some of the dishes were actually really nice, and I'd probably never order them if I saw them on menu. But yeah, just to branch out and try something different. And then the rest of the day was really nice. We just sort of drove around town with the top down, like listening to music, and it was a really nice sunny day. And it was really nice to just sort of, you know, talk some more and get to know each other, learn about likes and dislikes, sort of for them to really show an interest in you and kind of not just be, you know, so much focused on the physical stuff. And then, as cliche as it sounds, we kind of just drove somewhere and just watched the sun go down, and it was really really scenic and, you know, really, I'd say romantic. I'm just kind of seeing how it goes at the moment, so we can always hope for the best. Fingers crossed. So the rest of the week was pretty awesome. Like, I was just on a big high, kind of, I didn't really know how it could get any better. And then my uncle comes over and hands me an envelope, and I was like, oh, what's this? And when I opened it, it was the Taylor tickets that I'd bought back in, I think, February or something, and I'd kind of forgotten about them for a while, and my eyes just lit up, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing, because it was like the best thing that had happened all week, I reckon. I'd go as far to say that. I bought 2 tickets, and I still don't have a clue who I'm taking yet, so, you know, form a queue. It's probably one of the best weeks of my life, I'd say that, because it was just incredible. Like, so many good things had happened to me. An important thing to mention is that earlier this week, Ireland decided to legalise same-sex marriage, which means that same-sex couples can now get married in a Catholic church, the same as, you know, heterosexual couples. Which I just think is incredible, because like in my last video I said that obviously we're making a move towards equal acceptance now, and, you know, I just think it's such a brilliant achievement for the LGBT community. And then later in the week, I spoke to somebody that I hadn't spoken to in quite a while, and I think I'd been worrying for quite a long time that they hated me, and kind of, I just sent the message out the blue. It was kind of one of those things I didn't hold back on, and I was like, you know, if there's backlash, then I'll deal with it then. But it's obviously always good to find out that somebody you think hates you doesn't, because, you know, it's one less problem to deal with. But I don't know, I think that just sort of chopped the month off, because I was like, I'd been worried for so long about how to sort of face the situation and how to deal with it, that it kind of just took a big weight off my shoulders, and I was like, you know, it's something I don't have to worry about anymore. That's it for me today, but if you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, leave some comments below about future video ideas, and we'll try and sort something out. Don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, etc, etc, and I shall catch you guys later. Bye!